Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're new, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as I adjust this mic. In saying that though, DJ, hit that intro. Alright guys, hope you're well. Hope you've had a good week, and if you have not, I hope I can bring a smile, or perhaps a little bit of a bit of a grin to your face. Alright, so before I start into it, first and foremost, how good is that signing for the Warriors? James Harris, unfortunately, Anthony Blake leaves, but much like a turnstile, as he leaves, we get someone who's just as good. And such a quality signing there for the Wars. So James Harris coming into the New Zealand Warriors next year. How good is that? Anyway, we get to the game. So the Dragons are hosting the Warriors over there in the Wollongong that is, in what should be a very, I think, tough game for the Warriors, to be fair with you. Now, the Warriors don't really, what's the word here, guys? We don't really win over in the Gong. You know, it's very few and far in between the Dragons, a team that usually has our number dialed up. Now, if I touch on the Dragons just quickly, they've got the likes of Christian Tuipulotu, who I believe makes his debut for the Dragons. The likes of Toby Couchman as well, selected there, apologies, in the reserves. Nonetheless, and also just quickly as well, the sudden signing of Fa'amanu Brown. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, I'll get onto it. So with the Dragons, obviously the fullback there is Taro Sloan, right? And then you got the wings there. Tuipulotu, Ravalawa, Lomax moving into centre alongside Moses Suli. The halves there, Ben Hunt, Flanagan. Forwards there, Francis Molo, Sele as well in the props. Hooker there is Little. Second rows are Ruben Faitala Mariner, Jaden Su'a. And the lock there is Tom Eisenhuth. Interchange sees Jesse Marsh, Blake Laurie, Jack DeBellin, as well as Burnock, Marcilla, 18th man there is Michael Molo. This Dragons team here that I'll just rattle off, I think at best is a jack in the box, right? A bit of a surprise team. You know, one day they're beating Manly, right? The next they're losing to the Knights. You know, then they're sort of sweeping the Tigers away easily. You just don't know what you're going to get with this team, right? The Dragons are a bit up and down this year, but nonetheless, you've got to take them really seriously. Now, as we go to the Warriors, if you haven't seen the list already, Tavanga being out leads way for Pompey to make it in the bench. But in saying that, though, 18th man there is Zion Mau'u, and that is, I'm sure, that will raise a few eyebrows there. So obviously the team is virtually unchanged from last week, guys. Besides the one change there I mentioned with Pompey being in. So this team here, the Warriors, the Wars team, obviously from last week against the Sea Eagles, a lot of room left to be desired. But at the same time, you know, these like some good lessons there that we learned, that we showed in that game there, that I think, for me, shows a team that's on the up, right? Now, the Dragons like to play a bit of, I think, generally speaking, the Dragons play a lot of forward footy, right? And on the odd occasion, they like to go out wide. Obviously, you got the likes of Rawalawa there, Lomax there, strike weapons, Taro Sloan as well, dare I forget him. But in saying that, I just think for the Warriors, obviously, we've got the likes of RTS, Watines Lesnick, Montoya, obviously the halves there, Charles Cookstad. I think that the game from the Sea Eagles, the fact that there was a lot of, some room left for improvement means that I think some of these players will be coming to this game here with a lot to prove. Obviously from last week, they're wanting to show what they've got, what they're made of. Now, as I quickly turn into the forward pack as well, I really think the Warriors do have a stable enough forward pack that will be able to handle whatever it is the Dragons do throw at us, with all due respect. And I feel like, especially in the halves there now, obviously Ben Hunt, such a good bloke in my opinion, and somebody that, what's the word? that can turn a game right there and then. Right, he has the X factor about him, much like Sean Johnson. And respectfully, there's Carl Flanagan. He'll be matching up against Tim Martin. So you've still got that. How do you say it? The cool, calm collectedness of the halfbacks, but then you've sort of got the chaos and thunder, if you will, with the 5'8" there. So again, it's going to be a bit of an interesting sort of a matchup. Anyway, as I touched on the interchange, if you got Jesse Marsh, Shanaris Tavita, this would go either way. I'll probably give it to Jesse. I'll probably give it to CHT just. In terms of the forward pack, you got Blake Lowry or Tom Ale. Maybe give it to Blake Lowry just due to experience. Jack DeBellin versus Laban. You go Jack DeBellin. Ben Murdoch Marcilla against Adam Pompey. Again, I touched on it briefly. Zion Mau'u is the 18th man there. I have a sneaking suspicion that Zion's going to be playing and Pompey will drop down, because the reality is, if you look at our bench, it's actually quite a small bench. To steal a term from basketball, it's small ball. It's small ball. So do expect Zion Mau'u surely to have a debut and replace Pompey there. But nonetheless, yes, the Dragons back there. Their bench is definitely threatening, in my opinion. But yes, as I touched on before, I believe we got the strike, we've got the defense there. And defense, I think it's something we're going to be wanting to continue to work on now. Now, obviously, the coach touched on it. He was pleased with it. But in saying that, I still think that there is more room to improve. Just quickly. So I think that's the way we will approach it. Again, X factors for the Dragons, I touched on it. I think Lomax is one, Ben Hunt is another. And if you're looking at their forward pack as well, Jaden Sutter is a bit of a surprise. He can give you something. So again, it's about watching out for them. For the Warriors, Sean Johnson, AFB, RCS, Chance Nicole Klukstad, Dylan Watson, Selesniak, Wade Egan. Right, I haven't even touched on Wade Egan, to disrespect on my part. Wade Egan as well is somebody that I think will continue to dictate the game. Watch out for him. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out for him. All right. I think he's got a big game coming. This game here, like I touched on, will be very physical, but I believe the Warriors will have the strike. I think we're going to be using a lot of our backs, particularly Christian Tuipulotu, lining up against him, right? Trying to suck him in, right, so that we can go out wide. There are some defensive laps that the Dragons do have, and I think the Warriors will exploit it, right? That's what I think. Obviously, again, the kicking game from Sean Johnson will be pivotal. Ben Hunt loves a good kicking game. Sean Johnson, putting the boots and obviously conversions, etc. But in saying it nonetheless, that's it really. I just think I trust the forward pack to get the job done. I trust the backs to get the job done. I trust the halves, and look forward to Zion Mau'u, I think, having a debut. Warriors to win this game here. I think 36 points to 6. 36 points to 12. Warriors way. Anytime try scorer. Honestly, I reckon give Jacob Laban, the young lad, a bit of a pop there. So Jacob Laban for me. But Warriors to win, I reckon. Dragons 12, Warriors 30 or 36. Again, if we're supposed to be a team that's being serious, if we're a team that's supposed to be showing where we belong, and obviously again trying to make up for the Eagles game. It's supposed to be a big one, in my opinion. Anyway, those are my thoughts there. Am I right? Am I wrong? Give me your thoughts. Again, touching on the team as a whole, I'm pretty confident. I'm backing the boys and saying that, give me thoughts. Take it easy. See you guys next time. Up the wires. All the ball.